hardly 8 feet away, 800 kg grizzly bear was standing and looking for food on the rooftop of that car. Oh man, he was huge. He was huge. Every rider should enjoy the journey, not the destination. It is not the destination which matters.
Beautiful.
It is the journey. You have to enjoy the journey.
Finish.
We are on the roads just to enjoy the roads.
Absolutely.
The people, different culture. वो गरम प्याली चाय की सुबह सुबह अलग अलग ढाबों पे.
Sir, you're a brother from another mother.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
I heard about the story about the grizzly bear.
Oh yes, that grizzly bear happened on the I think 7th day of the start of our journey. We started our journey from Alaska, and we reached Fairbanks. We took a one-day break in Fairbanks, planned our journey because that was the first most dangerous road on the world out of 4 which we covered, and Dalton Highway, which started from Fairbanks and ended up till Prudhoe Bay. So the moment we reached Prudhoe Bay on the second day, we were looking for accommodation, and we saw a hostel for accommodation, and parking was just behind the building of the accommodation, and there were few cars parked. The moment we approached the car park, Avinash, who was a co-rider, he was the youngest of the 3, and he was in front of me. I was at number 2, number 3 was behind me, and he immediately stopped his bike. So I asked him, Avinash, move on. तो तब तक मैंने grizzly bear नहीं देखा था. तो he said, sir, and he was shell shocked. उसके बाद वो कुछ नहीं बोला अगले 5 मिनट. So there was hardly 8 feet away, Innova style MUV was there, and a 800 kg grizzly bear was standing and looking for food on the rooftop of that car. And that was the moment. Oh man, he was huge. He was huge. And grizzly bears are the largest bears in the world. That was the first encounter of the grizzly bear we had. And oh man, then it took us almost half an hour. Then everybody, we started shouting. Then everybody from that hostel came in. We made noise. We threw stones. We banged some utensils. So then it took us half an hour to shoo him away.
Wow.
But man, oh man, that is still that while speaking, that moment is still in front of our eyes. Such a huge creature. Such a huge creature.
So Deepak, what can you tell us about your best memories? About what are the most memorable memories that you have of your riding career?
In my more than 30 years of riding and traveling, I would say, the best ever memory happened in my last journey in which I was riding an Indian to IBW Goa. So after finishing IBW, the Bajaj was handing over the bike, my Alaska to Antarctica bike. So I had flown in a rider from Karnal to ride that bike alongside with me, because I was tied up with Indian as a brand ambassador for them riding throughout. So from Goa I was to ride to Hampi and then so on till the entire south. I had another 3,000 plus kilometers to cover. We were staying in Kalangut, and we both were dressed up in our proper gear and packing up the bikes and saman bandre the. A very nice old gentleman came in and he said, sir, can I take your picture? So I said, sir, wait. Yes, you can take it, but I'll tell you the frame what to take. He was a little surprised. Then I said, sir, take the picture of this bike, which was my Alaska to Antarctica bike, Dominar, Bajaj Dominar. And then I told him the reason why I asked you to take this picture, because this is an iconic bike which did Alaska to Antarctica, and there are only 3 bikes in the country of such kind. And he became more inquisitive. So I told him a brief story about my journey of Alaska to Antarctica. Then he introduced himself that he is some colonel, retired, and he is the president of the retired army people of the country. And he said, where are you heading? I said, sir, Hampi has eluded me for so many years, and this time I am adamant I will cover Hampi. So we are heading to Hampi. So he said, don't go to Hampi, stay in a small town called Hospet, which is 13 kilometers before Hampi, and I'll ask my friend if he can host you, and I'll tell him about your brief story. I said, no, just share the number, and as a traveler, number will keep us confident that if something happens, so at least we have somebody to look up to. He said, no, no, अगर उसको story आपका पसंद आया तो वो host भी करेगा. I was just barely 30 kilometers into my ride, and a phone comes in. I had Bluetooth on my helmet, and a sweet lady, a sweet voice says, Mr. Gupta, you are taken care of. The best hotel in Hospet has been booked for you. 2 rooms are booked. The moment you are in Hospet, just let us know. So Hampi, we spent almost more than 8 hours on our way to Hampi. Enjoyed the road, enjoyed the countryside villages and those kind of things. And इस 8 घंटे में मुझको 5 बार उस लेडी का फ़ोन आ गया कि सर वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग यू, वी आर वेटिंग टू वेलकम यू. So I said, finally, the moment I'll reach there, I'll give you a call, and then we should talk. He said, okay, sir. So finally, when we reached there, we saw that was a grand hotel, and the phone of the lady comes, sir, please change, and Mr. Thomas would take it on from here. I said, thank you, madam. And हम होटल के रिसेप्शन पे गए. The guy who was with me said, सर ये पैसा आपको भरना पड़ेगा. मैंने कहा देखो भाई अब तो रुकेंगे इसी होटल में, पैसा चाहे भरना पड़े, अब रुकेंगे इसी होटल में. So he said, sir, your 2 suites are booked. I said, no, give us only 1 suite. And हमने पूछा कि भाई किसके, बोले सर MSPL लिमिटेड कंपनी के नाम पे ये बुकड है. हमने कहा कोई लगता है मैनेजर या GM के लेवल का आदमी होगा. Then next 20-25 minutes, Mr. Thomas comes in. He asked me the question right away, sir, do you know आप किसके guest हैं? मैंने कहा no, I don't know absolutely. He said, you are the guest of Mr. Narendra Baldota, who are the owners of MSPL Limited. They own 3 Boeings. They own bloody any car in the world you can imagine, from Rolls Royce to anything. They are there parked in Hospet, and they virtually own this town Hospet. I was surprised, and they said, "आपको क्या चाहिए sir, and we are at your disposal. A team is already been deputed, and we would like you to give us the presentation to the corporates, to the presidents, to the vice presidents of the company." I said, I have never given those kind of presentations. I have definitely talked about my journey, but I haven't given a corporate presentation. He said, nothing sir, आपको जो आपने experience है वो बोलना है. I said, okay, then I'll have to collect the data. I was surprised. He said, sir, आपका entire data is already collected, and you just have to say yes. And my next 3 days, we were treated like the king or the prime minister or the state guest. Those were the best memories of my life. I mean, no ordinary man can ever get to have that kind of reception. They had these mines. So I said, Thomas, being a common man, I don't know whether I would be able to see a coal mine or not, but that is on my wish list. He said, that is already there, sir. The guests of Mr. Baldota are escorted and shown the mines and everything. I said, I would like to plant a tree as well. Bole, that is already on the agenda, sir. And trust me, जिसको कहते हैं ना जैसे प्राइम मिनिस्टर या चीफ मिनिस्टर जो जाते हैं, ऐसा ट्रीटमेंट, 2 गाड़ी आगे जा रही हैं, 4 गाड़ी पीछे आ रही हैं, एंड वहाँ गए, वहाँ का प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द माइंस और देयर टू वेलकम अस, पूरा सब दिखाया गया माइंस. द बेस्ट पार्ट वाज द ट्री प्लांटेशन. वो 6 लोग खड़े हैं, एक पौधा लेके खड़ा है, एक पानी लेके खड़ा है, एक फावड़ा लेके खड़ा है, और जब उसके बाद एक पानी लेके खड़ा है, एक साबुन लेके खड़ा है, एक तौलिया लेके खड़ा है, और एक नारियल पानी लेके खड़ा है. सो दैट वाज द काइंड ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट. आई थिंक traveling can only give that kind of treatment. Only traveling, nothing else. Nothing else.
Amazing.
I mean, that is the best part of my life. That is the best experience of my life. If traveling is all about interacting with people, local. If you don't interact with people, there is no fun of traveling. If you don't interact with people, and interacting with people landed me this beautiful experience.
So Deepak, tell me about what are the things that you must mandatorily have when you're riding?
I would tell you my experience. I generally, when I plan a ride, or even if it is instantaneous, I my first thing is I check my bike. My bike has to be in perfect or near perfect condition. It should not give me trouble while I am riding. That is the reason in my entire 16 lakh kilometers I have never ever been stranded in the on the road. You would be surprised to know in my 51,243 kilometers Alaska to Antarctica, out of the 3 bikes, my bike was the only one which never ever had even a single puncture. So all the 3 bikes came from the same stable, from the same production line, from the same company. My bike always had, whenever it was fueled up, all the 3 bikes, my bike was the one जिसमें $1 से $1.5 का या $2 का फ्यूल कम डलता था. So that means certainly your driving, your riding style matters. So take care of your bike first. Second, always ride with helmet. Helmet is the utmost important thing, because आप फ़ोन खरीदते हैं तो सबसे पहले उसके ऊपर कवर चढ़वाते हैं और ग्लास लगवाते हैं कि स्क्रीन बच जाए, whereas you take your head lightly.
People don't value their heads.
Yes. So seeing the current scenario, so much of traffic and all, helmet definitely is the utmost important gear which you should have. Then if you can afford, I think you should afford, because आपने अगर 2 लाख का बाइक भी खरीदा है तो आप 20,000 रुपया तो एक एलिमेंट्री गियर पर खर्च कर सकते हैं. एक अच्छा सा जैकेट हो, एक अच्छा सा पैंट हो जिसके अंदर नी प्रोटेक्शन हो, हिप प्रोटेक्शन हो, और जैकेट में एक एल्बो प्रोटेक्शन हो, आपका शोल्डर प्रोटेक्शन हो, चेस्ट और बैक प्रोटेक्शन हो, और एक अच्छा शूज़. बिकॉज शूज़, I tell you, when I was on that Dalton highway, I had the first fall of my life, first fall in 35 years. I was riding in real bad conditions. The roads were not the roads, the path was absolutely filled with gravel, and I was standing on the motorbike for the last 17 kilometers, and suddenly the tank slap effect started happening on the bike. That's an effect wherein the bike starts sinking in the gravel, and there is nothing or too much you can do about that, and I knew I am going to go down. I went down at the speeds of 70 on that gravel. I clearly remember my head banged with a loud thud, and I was dragged on that gravel for almost 70 meters, and I could see my bike rolling in front of me, and at the right moment I left my bike. And if my both the co-riders were clear that Mr. Gupta is over, the ride for Mr. Gupta is over right on the 7th day itself. But the riding gears saved me. Absolutely no bruises. Yes, थोड़ा सा चोट और थोड़ा सा जिसको कहते हैं नील पड़ गया या कुछ है वो ज़रूर हुआ, but my head was absolutely safe. No bruises on my body. The leg is the most important part. Always ride with long shoes. If you can see, I am also riding with long shoes. लोग बोलते हैं गर्मी लगता है. This will protect your this part. अगर आप देखेंगे तो बहुत सारे जब एक्सीडेंट या बाइक गिरती है तो आपका ये टकना टूटता है सबसे पहले.
Correct.
So this will protect that. So always ride with proper riding gear. Always ride. It is my appeal and my humble request to all the upcoming riders and the riders who are already riding. I see many riders riding super bikes or normal bikes without riding gears. Riding in the city, commuting in the city, not riding, commuting in the city may be a different scenario. If you don't wish, leave it. But when you are riding long distances, I would say ride with your proper gears. The helmet is the first most important thing, jacket, riding pants and boots, and the last important thing is the gloves, because the moment you fell down, the first thing you put on the ground is your palm.
Agreed.
So that is where जहाँ वो आपका रगड़ेगा. And both the riders were surprised. I was riding the next day morning. I was ready before them and riding. If riding gears were not there, I would not have been sitting here giving the interview. I am sitting here only because I achieved that feat, and that was all credit goes to my riding gears. So riding gear is important, and the machine, take care of your machine and ride within your speed limits.
Yeah, you already
Within
mentioned
your
that.
speed limits.
Right to the
Because-
machine's limits. Don't
no,
overexceed
no,
the
no.
limit.
I would
also.
say ride within your limits. People generally ride if they are riding in group or if they are riding in small groups. A rider would ride because there may be different skill levels of different riders. In that group, a rider may be comfortable at riding at 120. You are comfortable at riding at 80, but you will try to catch up. You tend to catch up that 120 speed guy. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Ride at your own speeds. Plan your stops, pit stops, and say, I'll meet you there. The worst part is you may be a little slow. People may मजाक उड़ा सकते हैं. Let them do that. Let them do that. Ride at your own speeds. The second advice is, if you are a little slower than the lot, take a head start of 5 minutes or 10 minutes depending on your speed levels of the group. So आप वो चाय पी के रख चुके हैं, you get ready, hop on the bike and take a head start. Tell them you will definitely catch us on the road. So that way you are always riding with them. So ride within your speed limits.
Thanks a lot, Deepak. That was a
Thanks.
good.
Thanks.
That was a good take on how to handle your machine, how to
Yes.
handle your
The
on-
one most important part I left out while planning any ride, whether it is a 50-kilometer ride or a 50,000 kilometer rides, planning your route, studying your route, studying the weather conditions, the road conditions where you are riding is an added bonus. That will help you to plan your ride. किस स्टाइल में चलाना है आपको, तेज चलाना है या नहीं चलाना है. So these days many apps are there which will tell you weather, which will tell you road conditions, which will tell you how much distance you would take, how much traffic is there. So I would advise, don't just hop on the machine, just study the route as well, the roads as well, the weather conditions as well. That will allow you to prepare your clothing, because अगर बारिश हो रही है और आप बिना बारिश के गए हैं, that will spoil your ride.
Absolutely.
अगर आप बारिश की तैयारी करके गए हैं, if you have the rain gear, I always plan it according to the weather. I have never ever stopped. Never ever stopped. So if you are
Rain, shine,
yes,
wind.
oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
All of it. Has
If
to
you are
come taken.
riding well prepared, you would enjoy the journey. So the last, I'll end this interview by saying that every rider should enjoy the journey, not the destination. It is not the destination which matters.
Beautiful.
It is the journey. You have to enjoy the journey.
We always say that ourselves. You know,
Yes.
it's all about the journey.
Yes,
it's never
yes,
about the
yes.
destination.
We are on the roads just to enjoy the roads.
Absolutely.
The people, different culture, वो गरम प्याली चाय की सुबह सुबह अलग अलग ढाबों पे, that is what matters the most to us.
Sir, you're a brother from another mother.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Thank you for watching this episode of Tripping with Shanks, guys. Please like and share this video and subscribe to Happiness Per KM. We will be having a lot more series like these, which will bring to life the entire journey, and the destination is secondary, as you already heard from Deepak.
Friends, there is a very important message which I am going to share with the biking community. In the past few days, as you would have noticed, Delhi Police and Delhi Traffic Police, and for that matter, for any state traffic police or any state police, is eyeing bikers as hooligans, creating nuisance, and as if we are the not the part of the society, we are antisocial elements. So I have created a hashtag, I ride responsibly. So in that, I want every biker to ride responsibly, which includes that the bike should not, the exhaust of the bike should not emit loud noise. You should ride within your speed limits. You should ride in your lanes. Your riding should not affect the other commuters, the other road users. So I hope every biker in the community would support us, and we want to change the perception of the police, the traffic police and the general public that bikers are not hooligans, bikers are not ruckus creators, they are equally a part of the society, and let us join hands in creating the awareness, I ride responsibly, and change the perception of the community and the police. So friends, this is the sticker which has been created and designed by me, and I want to use the hashtag I ride responsibly and the hashtag India ride responsibly in your pictures with the mobike. Post it on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and if any of you is riding responsibly can collect this sticker from me or can ping me on the social media, this sticker would reach you free of cost. Thanks guys, and I expect total cooperation from the biking community to change the perception of the bikers.
You better